A neighboring ranch sold, and the people that have been up here said this is probably the most beautiful ranch in all of Northern California. The ranch was really, because it had not been really tackled, it really made it kind of interesting because I got to do everything right the first time. So I tackled water systems, I put in RO systems, I put in wells, I changed around the fencing. For the house itself, I reconstructed everything. I tore it down to the studs and put in solid wood paneling, engineered floors with pecan. Everything about it I've touched and fixed and made better. One of the things that I did when I bought the property, so I built a 5,200 square foot shop, 2,600 per floor. The top floor is just woodworking and 2 offices in the back. And the kinds of projects that I have, I've got right now sitting on the floor a carousel horse that I'm converting into a adult-sized rocking horse. I've got a coffee table out of teak. Another major project that I started and built was a wood strip kayak, 17 feet long, about 23 inches wide, and it's been all through Northern California and rivers and lakes, and I've used it in our 18-acre lake here fishing. The projects are pretty much endless, and I've developed my skill enough over the years that if I can imagine something, I can build it.
Don's attention to detail is evidenced in every corner and every view shed. As you walk through and observe, his creativity become real.
Depending on where you are on the ranch, you can actually see the sun glinting off the Pacific at sunset. And looking in a different direction, looking south toward San Francisco, and you can see the Transamerica building and the Salesforce Tower, the Bay Bridge, and the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge. And looking a different direction, you can see Mount Tamalpais, Mount Diablo over in Pleasanton, and looking north, see Mount St. Helena. It's truly 360-degree views because we're at the top of the mountain. The really fun part about it is it's halfway between the town of Sonoma and the town of Petaluma, and we have access down both sides. We're the only ranch that has that. And that makes it really interesting because if you want to go out to have dinner, you can, and it's really easy. And the number of restaurants in those 2 cities is quite good for Northern California. What sets this ranch apart is that it's over 1,100 acres and it's less than an hour from San Francisco. The main house here where we're sitting is 2,000 feet, so we're above the clouds most days, but we're also way above the fog. recreational activities here are pretty diverse, and you can find something of interest for every single person who's ever been here. So there's really nice hiking. We have a canyon that's really pretty diverse and has all kinds of ferns and other foliage, and there's waterfalls in the wintertime with all the rain that comes. Another friend locally has brought Arabian horses, and they bring them up and go for rides. And to make it more interesting, I put a gate in to Jack London, and so you can ride for 50 or 100 miles with no fences once you go through that gate. The ranch ranges from about 850 feet to 2,295 feet, so there's a lot of topography and vertical drop on the ranch too.
This ranch has a combination of privacy, security, views, recreation, and proximity that is second to none in the Bay Area, potentially in the country.
There's no ranch that I know of that comes anywhere close to this place. It's a haven to escape the city, a magnificent place to be a caretaker for.